Hey guys, it's me, Wayne from WartuneRealm. I hope you guys are having a great day. Okay, so as promised, I decided to go ahead and do it. All the files were done quicker than expected. This is a League of Angels help and tip video I am making on how to, sorry, on how to do better on gems. Well, hold on, sorry. As you guys, probably some of you know, I made a previous video on this, but it was crappy sound quality. Lucky I got a new computer, new mic, so it's much better. Okay, so I'm making a video on gem enhancement and element tool training. No, not this element. Not like some of you are probably noticing. Not this element. Not this element. Let me see if I can find it. This element. Element training. This kind of element. Not the tab right here, but the element training for your heroes. In case some of you confused. I guess I'll start it now. So element training is a pretty. I'll put down the basics for some of you guys who are new and starting League of Angels. Element training is a great way to increase your BR. Of course, the resources are pretty easy to get. I mean, it's found in a lot of places. It's found in Inferno, it's found in the shop, Chariot shop, rewards, area shop, and all sorts of events. I one time had over 400,000 of these things, and wow, it was pretty amazing. I upgraded a lot of them pretty quickly. And let's see. Okay, so first let's start off with my Flame Hunter. Now, element crystals can be used to increase your fire damage, ice damage, and electro damage, but they also can also resist electro damage. So, say for instance, you were fighting your flame hunter's fighting a player that dealt 100. Well, let's say if your character is fighting someone with 100k electro damage. Now, this is not like other MMO games that will be automatic reduction, but it'll be different. Since this Sylph is using electro damage, this Sylph heals, so it won't do damage. Even though it says damage, if I'm a healer, I'm not thinking Sylph. If I'm a hero is a healer, instead of it doing damage 21,000, it'll actually heal a bonus 21,000 plus the percentage, as you can see it gets. So it consumes 50 rage to cast heals the entire party equals to 230 plus magic attack. Is that says 200,000? Nope, 20,000. So instead of doing 230% plus 20,000, it would do 230% plus 41,000. Although what I would do is instead of just doing 20 basic thousand, would just do 230% magic attack or base it off the magic attack, in my opinion. Now for electro resist, it's a little lower. Now in my offense, I would rather have my resistance higher than the damage because if you well, I guess this is how the game makers do. So anyway, getting back on course, as you can see, in my opinion, or in some and a lot of other people's, when you get element crystals, it would be better when you start off on level 1, 2 to 5. You can go on normal, or or if you want advanced. But when I hit past level 6 or 7, I would really recommend to use ultra because you have a higher chance of getting an increase of a star. And getting increase of a star for me right now is very rare. See, what I can do is balance them out because I rather have my electro higher because that way she does more healing. As you can see, I'm going to show you what happens if you use normal. Okay. Okay. So if you use advanced, you get a high chance of upgrading element with the normal chance of reducing other elements. With ultra, you have a high chance of upgrading an element with a low chance of reducing other elements. If you have normal chance of upgrading an element with a high chance of reducing others. So let me show you what happens if you use normal. Oh, well, I must have been very lucky. Must be my lucky day. I actually got something on normal. That's most likely not going to happen. This is what happens. You see that? -4, -4, -4. Wow, I don't think I can eat more than that. 4, wow. Oh, I get +1, but you get -3. If you use advanced, -1, -1, 2, -3. Now this is something I would take because sometimes it's likely it'll increase double and just decrease 1. This I don't mind. Of course, you can use Advanced if you want, but you're not going to have a good succession rate if you use it. I would highly recommend you use Ultra because you have a better chance of getting an upgrade than the others. And if you do get an upgrade of the others, it's going to increase 1 star and probably decrease the other 3. As you can see, I clicked so many times and yet to have 1 increase. Have yet to have 1 increase. I clicked so many times. Okay, so like I said, when you look at your hero skill, if it's Electro, as you can see, and if it takes away 1 5 star and increases Electro, this increases the healing it does. Now, of course, it does dish out damage like every attack, and after the skill builds up, of course, it does main damage because this is my strongest hero in the party. That it does not include except I'm technically second strongest, but it really helps. So if your hero is like ice and it is ice damage, you would want to focus the big ones on the ice mostly. Now it's good to have the other ones high too, or at least on the same level, maybe as many stars, because it reduces the others if it doesn't do damage of that type, which really helps. See, a lot of people just randomly upgrades and don't really care, try to max it out. But if you can't upgrade it right away, you can get it to like level 6 or 7. I would really recommend you try to get whichever type of attack it does. If it's a fire, ice, or electro. That's my opinion. Now, you can do whatever you want. I mean, it's up to you, but in my opinion, I would really recommend to go with whatever type your hero's attack is. Wow, a whole bunch of clicks. I finally got a good increase. So I do not want to reduce that electro. I want to get the electro up, actually. It seems the electro is the last one likely to be increased. Okay, now I can switch, because I can kill us for fire. If I could just swap a bunch of ices out, that would be good. Now, this is not a good. So you think you can get an increase from electro, but reduce 2. That's not good, because then both of your reductions go down too. No, no. See, when you get like level past level 11, that's when it becomes very hard. So now this is pretty good. Now I don't want my fire dropping no less than that star. Okay, so I'll leave it for there. I'm gonna go gym enhancement right quick. Although I technically was gonna just go to gyms by itself. Okay, so gym enhancement is a pretty useful little thing here. Gym enhancement, you use what is known as gym enhancement stone to increase the percentage and boosts the gym's percentage. Sorry, not saying that right. So 36 gems total. So far, I'm on a level 9 and 7 stars. I could actually boot it up again. Okay, makes that 9 and 8 stars. And so far, this hero's attack with the gems. Now, this is with the gem enhanced. After it's been enhanced to level 9 and 8. Yes, 290, almost 300k bonus HP, almost about 100k plus magic attack, 2,000 hit, 1,300 block, almost 4,000 agility, and about 7,480 dodge. Now, why don't I hold my now? Some of you are probably wondering why in the world do I have no magic or physical defense gems? I'm gonna get to that in a minute because this game is not as it used to. Let's take a look at my gem enhancement. I have 36 gems, 10 and 5 stars, 5 half of a million, 500,000 HP, 120k magic attack, almost 9,000 hit, 41,000 agility, and almost 9,000 dodge, 8,521. Y'all probably wondering why the heck here do I have no magic and physical defense? Okay, so a lot of people are wondering. Now this is where my tip is gonna help you guys get better. In the game League of Angels, for all of you who play up there, League of Angels doesn't require on defensive gems like other games does. Like in another game, Wartune, another game I play on my channel. Defense gems are very needed. if you have a defense team that reduces damage, probably say 2%. So if you do 2 million, it'll take off 2%, which will only do 1.8 million damage. If I got my calculations right on that one, I believe. Okay, loaded up finally. Yes, but in this game, it's a little bit different. If you decrease your defense, they can have a buff that cancels out defense and armor pierces it. So basically, defense on this game is practically useless. So here's is where you should focus on if you're a new coming level. What I recommend for defensive is dodge. Dodge is a pretty good gem. It's one of my second favorite gems because it dodges the damage entirely. So instead of getting damage reduction, it would be easier just to dodge the entire hit itself. That way you get no damage. Of course, it's good to have a high dodge because I have total. Okay, it's not showing up on here, but I'll show you guys later. Another thing that is also good to have is a hit too. If you're fighting with a player, you get in the same predicament like they are because they've got smarter. Instead of going for dodges, so you can raise your attack power as high as high as high. You can have over 12 million higher attack power than them. But if their dodge is way higher than your hit, you're not going to be able to hit them at all, no matter how high your attack power is. That's why you want to hit 960. Again, it's not showing up in there. I guess it just has the basic stats. Agility is also good because it increases on who attacks first. And with certain skills, the skills that I have, I would want to attack first because it's gonna bounce back on me. So I recommend starting with agility, dodge, and hit, and you can work on your HP or magic attack. Those are my choices. Let's see. Let me see if I have a hit gem. Okay, so I don't have hit gems by itself. Okay, so I do have a hit. See, I'm at a level 88 with a 25 million, almost 26. I've been kind of busy for the games for a while. Of course, I would prefer fusion. On my fusion gems, there I can get double hit. Because the higher you hit, the less chance your enemy will dodge, and you don't want them to dodge. So I have a dodge and hit, which dodges the damage they do to me, but my hit increases the damage, chances of me doing damage to them. Magic attack increases your damage, but with this 824 hit, it increases the chance of you hitting them with that damage. Magic attack and dodge and magic attack hit is one of my favorites. It's actually my absolute favorite. Agility is also useful, but if you guys aren't really much of an agility person and you guys don't want to waste your time doing agility, which I understand entirely, but agility is very helpful. Now, if you're feeling pretty confident in a battle that you're going someone either stronger than you are, if you don't have good agility gems, most likely you're going to lose. Most likely, it depends on the scenario. Now, if you have like low agility, like 125k with these stats, unless you have very high hit power and dodge power, you're not gonna do very good. Okay, so let's cut the crap and go to show you my hit stats. Okay, so I have 85 hit. As you can see, hit rate increases the chance of hitting a target in battle. I have 75k dodge. Dodge increases the chance of dodging enemy attacks in battle. Nah. Why do I have my hit higher? Well, for one good reason, because I rather hit my enemy than to keep dodging, and they dodge too. Now the block, I really don't care. It says decreases damage received from enemies by 50%. Okay, so why have a okay? This is why I don't use blocking. I highly don't recommend you use it either. Why invest into block so much you can just dodge enemies' attacks entirely? Because to a certain degree, dodge actually cancels out blocks, and it also to a certain degree well, it doesn't cancel out defenses, but it cancels out all three items technically. So I really recommend. See, dodge takes away all damage. It dodge attacks completely. Now crit increases high crit rate increases the chance of delivering crit in battle. So they've added a new thing, crit damage. High crit damage increases damage inflicted by a crit and by a crit attack in a battle. Now in the game, we don't usually crit much, but we do. But the damage was already high, so crit damage would be much better. Now END, endurance will decrease the chance of receiving crit attack. It decreases the damage caused by an enemy's crit. So now, this is where the gems will help out a lot for you guys. So as for healers or your support tankers is what some people call them, I would really recommend you have your support tankers with these because if they're taking a lot of damage, most likely it's probably from crit attacks. Now, if you're finding someone that does a whole gut load of base damage, they're just pretty strong. So I recommend having two types of gems on particular on your support tankers or healers, in other words. I would have E&D and dodge. I wouldn't invest in too much attack, but it does increase the healing though. As you can see, I have magic attack dodge, HP magic attack, or dodge and block. Now, I have dodge and block because sometimes the dodge on this level is high, so I'll have block as backup. Now they will balance out. If you don't, if it doesn't dodge the attack, I'll most likely block it in some instances. Some, not all. So don't just say, "Oh, I'll do invest in both." No, that's wasting a jump slot. I do have hit because it does have a high attack. It has 1 million magic attack. Now this is just for types of gems for healers. Remember, dodge and E&D. I don't have any on here because mine is a different setup. I'm using this since this is my strongest. I need this defense as an attacks up so it can do more healing. That's the reason why I have it on here. But if you're like a newbie player coming up, I recommend going for E&D. Now for my attackers, my strongest is Silver Dragon Lord. I'd recommend if you can get fusion gems at a low level, just came out. I recommend a physical attack and hit, and agility and hit. Or if you're doing separate, agility and hit. Although most attackers should be like that, just like my wolf. Physical attack and hit. I don't have any agility and hits in here. Fusion. But I really recommend you go for agility if you have an attacker on. Because, well, I'll put it this way. Any type of gem that has either agility hit or hit in it, I would put it immediately. Now, if it's like a dodge and hit, that's pretty up to you. Because if it was up to me, I would really just have base dodge gems so I can have room for physical HP and physical attack. HP and physical attack will increase your battering the most out of all the other fusion gems in here. All of them. Because of the high HP value, high HP will increase your battering and skyrocket. But it doesn't mean you'll do better in battle. I mean, I can take out all my gems and still fight someone just as equal as me and still survive the entire freaking thing. That's just my personal opinion. Well, actually, no, it's a fact, 'cause I've actually done it quite a few times a long time ago on my old YouTube channel. Okay, another thing you guys want to do is the refining tributes on here and the gems. Of course, it does little to somewhat good increase, but I really don't care about too much. But it does get bonuses too. See, a gem combo, if you suck at all level 11, it gives these sets. If you guys are like coming up like level about 40 or 30, and you guys just happen to have a whole bunch of level 11, and you're pretty lucky, you can get this pretty easy. I one time made all level 9 at a level 60, or it was 59 when I did it, or close to 60. So yeah, for your main character, now some people have their main character like the third strongest or the freaking weakest. Why do you do that? I guess it's for strategy types in certain battles. Now, I'm not gonna say too much on characters on your main character, but you guys can choose whatever kind of layout you want. But since mine is the strongest, if you want yours to be an attacker, I'd recommend dodge and hit and agility. Of course, a lot of attack power, of course. As for your attackers, remember agility and hit. Agility and hit. Those two definitely. No use having a whole bunch of attack power, a physical attack power if you can't even hit your freaking enemy. I mean that's just dumb. Now for your defenders or support tankers, is what I call them. Remember, agility and E&D. Of course, I don't have any in the mines because, like I said, I'm doing mine a little different. Agility and D. Now, for healers, magic attack. Now, this one increases rage in the party by 62 and increases HP cap attack and they do by 20% of the, by 20% of the sum of corresponding targets and caster stats. Okay, so pretty sure I don't think putting attack crystals in something that's a skill that has no attack power within it. Of course, it's going to hit like every 2 turns until it builds up a rage skill, but I think that's just a waste. So I would really recommend. I'm going to sooner or later take these actually all magic attacks out. Of course, I'll leave them HP magic attack because that's pretty good. But I don't think I'll just take the HPs out. The magic attacks out. I'd most likely synthesize a whole bunch of them, increase the gym level, and probably put some E and D or blocks in there. That's what I recommend. But and don't forget as well, while I'm also remembering, see if I can go here. Don't forget on elements. If you guys are just coming up, if you're 1 through 5, I recommend normal. 5 through 7, maybe 8, advanced. Anything higher than, in my opinion, 7, I would really go for ultra. I really would. Of course, it requires a lot more build-up, but trust me, it'll be worth it. I mean, what, you have 20, you have, I mean, come on, what's under 40? I mean, what's a freaking under 40? I mean, it has really increased my BR. Let me see if I can find. So this thing increased my BR by a whole 100K. Now, I will tell you, that is not accurate, actually. That really isn't. It's actually about 300K increase. I guess this is the base stats. The stats is worth 100 BR, and it's actually much higher than that. About 200, maybe 189. Somewhere up in there. So I really recommend getting a whole bunch of element crystals and just upgrading them all at one time. I would save at least about 50K and upgrading one hero. That's going to be your best, and putting them all into that one. Of course, if I recommend getting them to level 10 if you're save up at least in your 50K, or at least if you can't 25K and get up to at least level 8 or 7, and then get the other ones up to probably level 5 if you have some left over. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, rate, and subscribe. Please donate to our channel. Thanks, guys, for watching. Have a great day. And as also, while I remembered here, a friend sitting beside me helped me remember, these videos will be going into a playlist. They're not going to be on the YouTube channel videos. I'm a scroll stretch. So if you guys want to find any League of Angels videos, you're going to have to go to the playlist section. So just so you know, I'll be making videos stating time to time for people to remember that these videos will not be into the channel itself. It's going to be in a playlist part of the channel. So please do remember that. Please like, comment, subscribe. Thanks guys for watching. Have a great day.